Hello everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Okay, give me 5 minutes before I start the class.
Okay, sir.
Hello. Okay. So yesterday we was learning about CRO, different CRO techniques. So today I will show you another thing. So I'm sharing my screen. So yesterday I was showing you about the cPanel, and we have discussed about the backend also. So this is the backend of a website. So this is how a WordPress backend looks like. So yesterday I showed you about the cPanel, how cPanel looks. I have already mentioned and showed you that cPanel is all about the codes, all the files that we have in the website. And this is the backend of the same website. Here you can see these are all contents. You can manage your posts from here. So these are all posts. You can just edit. You can just edit it and you can write anything here, and everything will be displayed in the website. So you can add pages, you can add content in the pages. So these are all pages. See. So I'm showing you the front page. So this is the front page. And this is the back end. So you can add image, you can add links from here. You don't have to understand any codes to handle this particular backend. So this is why WordPress is known as CMS, or Content Management System, because from here we can manage our content in the website. So why I am always showing WordPress? Because WordPress is one of the most popular CMS, and the most of the current websites are mainly built from WordPress only. But other than WordPress, there are other several content management systems like Magento, PrestaShop, then Drupal. So these are all different content management system, or say web platforms. Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
So is the WordPress, I mean, does it cost to create an account?
WordPress is a basically open source platform, so anybody can use WordPress. But yes, obviously for the domain and the hosting part, you have to purchase that thing. So you have to purchase the domain and you have to purchase the hosting, and then you can install WordPress in that particular hosting. So if you want to install a WordPress, that is free of cost. because
Okay.
WordPress costs nothing.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So I think I have cleared the doubt between the difference of cPanel and the backend, website backend. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
in most of the cases, in most of the organization, if you handle any kind of CRO or say any kind of SEO works, they will give you the access of this backend only. That is the WordPress backend or whatever they have the CMS platform. Not only WordPress, it can be anything like PrestaShop, Drupal, Magento, whatever. They will give you the backend of that particular website. But they will not give you the cPanel unless you are an expert in cPanel. Okay. Now you might have questions like we have learned how to write, how to do an website audit, how to do keyword research, how to write meta titles and descriptions and all. So now you might have a question in your mind that how we will implement all these things. So what is the procedure to implement a meta title or meta description in a website? So in case of WordPress, there are several SEO plugins. Okay. One of the most popular plugin is Yoast SEO. Another plugin is A to Z SEO plugins. So I'm just going to the plugins. So once you have a WordPress website, you have to install any of these plugins for your SEO optimization. So here Yoast SEO is not there. So now, as I'm working as an SEO expert, so my first task is to install this thing, Yoast SEO. See, Yoast SEO. This is one of the most popular SEO plugin in WordPress, and then this one, all-in-one SEO. Okay, so both of this plugin is very popular. So I prefer Yoast, so I am just installing it here. Installation done. Now I am activating the same. So I have activated this plugin. So now you can ask me, what is plugins? Plugins are nothing but some kind of add-ons or enhancements. The most, why WordPress is so popular? Because first of all, it is free, open source, free of cost. It is user friendly, and it has the facility to add plugins. In any other platform, you don't have this facility to add plugins. So in that case, you have to write your own code to build any kind of enhancements. But in WordPress, you can get several free plugins that will add enhancements in your website. You can do a lot of things with these plugins. There are different kind of plugins here. One is this SEO plugin. Then there are certain plugins that will help you to increase the speed of your site. They will create a cache version of your website so that your website can load faster, which we have already discussed that loading speed is a very crucial thing for a website. So in WordPress, there are certain plugins that can help you to optimize loading speeds also. Okay, so now I'm going to the Yoast SEO. So this is the icon. I'm going to SEO settings. So no serious SEO problem. So now you have to check the settings whether whether it is useful for you or not. Like the SEO analysis, you have to keep it on, because then only you can understand your SEO effort, how it is going on and everything. Readability analysis, this is also very important. What is readability? I have already mentioned that content is an important part for a website. So you have to write the content in such a way so that user can read it properly, so that the sentence construction of a website, grammatical issues in the website should you have to manage all these things so that it can't create a negative impact in the mind of the user. So readability issue, you have to keep it on. Okay. Cornerstone content. Cornerstone content is a kind of archive pages. Okay. So I am keeping it off. Why I am keeping it off? Archive. There are several. If you have a huge website, then there can be a lot of archive pages. Because in a particular website, there are a lot of lists, settings, and everything. So archive pages contains all these records. And as a user, we don't want Google to crawl all these pages, because these pages are irrelevant for the user. So this is only relevant for us or the webmaster, but it is irrelevant.
Sir, with WordPress, we can get access of any website.
If you have the credentials like the username and password, then only you can access the WordPress site.
So this cardil.com, you have this access.
No, this is it is actually I mean, I work on this project, so I have the access. Yeah. Now the text link counter. So it is also important, because you can understand, like in a single content, how many links you have. So in linking, backlinking, all these things are very important. So it is also important to take a count of it. Yeah.
Sir, how is the response on this website?
How?
Like, sir, what kind of response is on this website? Like, you are getting people on this website.
Right.
Sir, that would be shown in the dashboard, right? Like who all people are visiting, who are scrolling, who are clicking on it.
Yeah, that I will come later. I'm just showing it because yesterday I showed them like the cPanels and all, but at that point of time I don't have the access of this backend data. That is why I can't show this thing properly. So I need to show this to make this thing complete.
So like I want to see the dashboard.
Which dashboard?
Like, sir, here only this left side of the features.
Yes, so these are all the settings. So I have just installed.
Sir, above the settings, left side of features. Yes, sir. Here dashboard is written, sir.
This one?
No, sir. Like you have opened features section here.
Okay. This dashboard.
Yeah, sir. Okay, sir. Like there is a graph in a dashboard. That kind of.
No. See, this dashboard is for Yoast SEO. So it will give you the data, like what are the SEO problems you have in your website. So currently I don't have any problem. So this is why it is showing good job. We could detect no serious SEO problems.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So once we have issues, it will give you notification here. You will check all the notifications. and this thing will become red, or it will show some figure here. Okay. Okay, so XML sitemap we have discussed. It is also, we have to keep it on. Admin bar menu. Usage tracking, I'm keeping it on because I need to track the usage of my website. Okay, REST API, this is an advanced concept. Currently, I'm keeping it off. Enhanced Slack sharing, I'm keeping it off. So these are some of the advanced issues, and I'm just save changes. Okay. Now I'm going to the integration. Not required at this moment. Webmaster. Okay. So here, Google verification code. So here you can integrate your Google Search Console with Yoast SEO, so that Yoast SEO can like share the data to your Search Console. So I'm just, we have already a verified property, so I'm just verifying it. Done. So settings saved. So I've already verified and integrated this Yoast SEO with the Webmaster tool, that is the Search Console. So now my settings is over. Now I'm going to the page, all pages. So I'm going to any random page. So this is a contact us page. Okay. Now see here, focus key phrase, SEO title, meta description, slug. So this is why.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can we like open analytics of a website without having access?
No, you can't do it.
And sir, can we see progress of any website without its access?
There are certain tools that can give you an estimation about the website. Say the estimated traffic per month, or say
Like sir, if we want to know that this month this website grew this much, so how can we see it of a website which we don't have any access or ID password?
there are certain tools like SEMrush. Okay, this is one of the most popular tool for the SEO experts. Then there are certain tools called SpyFu, SimilarWeb. All these tools can give you an estimation about a website, like how much traffic they have generated in a certain month or a certain period. Like I'm just showing you one example. I already have a account in SEMrush.
So then we need to copy paste same this URL of a website here.
So this is basically an estimation and not the real data, because unless you have access to a website, you can't get the real data of a website. Then it will be a open thing. Then there will be no security. So
idea we can get, but a little bit idea of website that what is all going on.
Yes. So see, I don't have access of this website. Okay.
Yes,
But
sir.
I have added this here.
Hmm.
And now I can track some of the features of this website, like the visibility percentage, how many errors are there in the page. Okay. Site health. Then what are the top keywords? So these are SEMrush is a very comprehensive tool that can be used for any site audit as well as competitor analysis. Okay. So sometimes we need this tool, not sometimes, most of the cases we need this tool whenever we work in any project, because we have to sneak into my competitors, like how they are doing, what are their position in the market, what are the estimated traffic they are
Yes, sir.
getting.
This is why I was asking, sir, that people would be seeing each other, that how they are doing.
But you will not get the entire scenario of the particular website.
Yes, sir.
But just a certain idea so that you can formulate your strategy according to this.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So SEMrush is this tool. So in most of the organization, if you work as an SEO expert or SEO executive, you have to work in SEMrush. So now here I am talking about the meta title and meta description. So I have created a format in the Excel. There is a focus key phrase, then there is a meta title, then there is a meta description, and there is a URL. So here you can do all these things. You can just, if you have that document with you, you don't have to do anything. You have to just copy that thing from there and you have to paste it based on the pages. Say I am putting something in the focus key phrase, like used car dealer. So this is the focus key phrase. Now I have to write the used car dealer in Kolkata. Contact us. So I have written the SEO title. Now I have to edit the slug. Slug means the URL. See, this is green, and also the SEO analysis turns okay. Previously it was red. So now if I update this thing, the entire thing will get saved and the changes will start reflecting in the front end. So this is how we write meta title and description in the website. So whatever we do in the Excel format, that is basically preparing the entire thing, get approval from the higher management, and then we start implementing in the website. So when we start implementing in the website, we don't have any barrier because the entire thing is quality checked and approved by the management or your HOD. So that's the main point. This is how we do SEO in any organization. Now, any issue, any doubt?
No, sir, but I
No,
have
sir.
a question. Like, I understand that if we are working full time for an organization, then this is the procedure. But I've seen many people doing freelancing SEOs. So I guess they only prepare the chart or the data. I don't think they would have access to the original site, right?
If you work on a freelancing project, in that case, there are certain techniques to get a freelancing project. One is the bidding strategy. There are certain websites like the Fiverr.com, freelancer.com. So these are the sites where you can bid for projects. So it is kind of an auction. Do you know what is auction?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is kind of an auction. So there are a lot of people who are actually showcasing their projects. Basically, they are the clients. And there are a lot of freelancers also who are actually bidding for those projects. Now, the client's objective is to check and verify the people who are actually bidding for the project, their pricing, their experience, their past experiences and all these things they check first, and based on all these parameters, they give a project to someone. Now, whenever, say, I am a freelancer and I am taking project from a client, my first task is to take all the details from the client. That can be the credentials about the website, about the email IDs which is associated with the website, social media access, analytics. If any analytics tools are there, then I have to take the access from the same. And then I also have to provide a questionnaire to the client where a lot of things are mentioned, like what are their competitors, who are their competitors, then what is the objective of this business, what is the expectation of the client from me, is there any specific requirement which clients want to portray in the website or thing. So all these things I have to ask before I start the project, and I have to take all the access. So it is not like that if I'm working in, it is if I'm working in an organization or I am doing a freelancing, in both cases I need access of the website to do all these things. Without access, I can't do anything. I can only check the traffic of a website through these third-party platforms like SEMrush. I can only check some of the data for a limited period, and this is also a paid tool basically, but they have a certain free trial features that we are using currently here. But if you want to use it in a broader manner, then you have to purchase the thing. So it is a costly tool. So we can do all these things if we don't have any access. But if we have access, then only we can do a complete SEO. We can do social media. We can do PPC and all. So without access, we can do. So it is it is same for freelancer. It is same for any organization.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Parent, do you have any query?
No, sir.
Okay. So now I'm moving to the CRO part. As I yesterday told you, I will show you another tool. And there are a lot of things to discuss regarding the SEO thing that I will discuss after you submit the assignment. Because I want to see like what are the issues you have identified from our website, and then only I will discuss that what are the solution of this issue, how to take care of this problem. So then I will discuss on it. So now I'm going to the CRO. So Hotjar is basically a behavior tracking tool. From this particular tool, there are other than Hotjar, there are other several tools like Crazy Egg, Kissmetrics. All this tool have the same purpose, to track the behavior of the user in your website. Okay. So I'm typing the name. Now I have to put the URL, the website. So now I have to install the code in the website. Okay. So so this is the code. So this is a JavaScript. I have to install this code in the website header, and then only it start collecting the data from my website. I will do it later on. I'm just showing you the dashboard. So this is the dashboard. There are two things you can see: heat map and recordings. So here in heat map, we can see how people are interacting with your website. Okay. I'm just showing you one image of heat map. Website heat map. See, this is how a website heat map looks like. The red portion means most of the people are clicking here or interacting here. The yellowish part are like, these are the lesser portion where people are interacting. The blue part is people are not interacting at all. This is why this portion is blue. So this is how heat map looks like. So in this way you can track, like, say I'm taking this as an example. Here people are clicking so much, or people are interacting here. I mean, huge percentage of your traffic are getting doing interaction from this portion only. So why? So I have to identify the feature that I have implemented here, and that's the reason why people are actually interacting here. But in these places, you can't see any of the the color codes or anything. Why? Because people are not actually coming to this place. They are not clicking here. They are not interacting here. So why they are not interacting here, and why they are interacting only in these places? So as a CRO expert, or say a digital marketer, I have to find out the answer of these questions. And based on my identification, based on my findings and observation, I have to do certain changes in my content strategy, in my overall UI UX usability and all. Okay, so probably, I don't know, because this is not my website, probably here there is any button, or probably there is any link. So that's the reason people are actually clicking here. And that link contains some of the useful information that actually your user is looking for. So probably that is the reason people are clicking here. And in this place, probably the content is less relevant or the content is not that much catchy for the user. So users are not interacting in this place. You see, all these are heat maps. Okay. So once I install the Hotjar in my website, you can also see the heat map here only. And other than this heat map, there is another option called the recordings. Okay. So what is this recordings? Recordings are mainly, see, this is a site that I am currently looking at, and this is my web, this is my cursor. Now my cursor is selecting this one, clicking this button. Okay. Clicking like this. So whatever I am doing through my cursor, with my cursor, it will capture the entire screen. So it will record your screen behavior, in which place you are scrolling, in which place you are clicking, in which place you are selecting something. Everything will get recorded. And as a marketer, I can check all these things from this platform only. And based on these behavior, I have to check some of the recordings, and then I will get to understand, like, there are certain portions in my website where people are interacting very much, and there are certain places in the website where people are not at all interacting. So in this way, I can formulate my strategy in my CRO, like to add some more content, some more relevant content, adding some kind of links, adding call to action buttons. Like this, I can make my site more interactive so that people can click on it, people can go and check different pages within my website. So in my very first class, I told you that in internet, everything you do is all about capturing your audience in your website. It's like a web. Your main objective is to capture the audience in your web. So that's the main objective as a digital marketer. So all these things will help you to understand the flaws in your website and the scope of improvement in your website. And based on all this data, you have to make sure that all the content will be there in its place, and all the content will be relevant, and there will be some kind of links and call to action button so that user can interact with it. So these things you have to do as a digital marketer. So a lot of people will say, like, there is a general perception that CRO and SEO can't go together. Both are different aspects of digital marketing. But as per me, as per my experience and as per my knowledge, I think that CRO actually compensate your SEO effort. Because while you are working in SEO, you have to work on your loading speed, you have to work on your content, you have to work on your UI UX. So the same thing you have to do in CRO. In CRO also, you have to create quality content, you have to create engaging content, you have to put links or call to action buttons so that people can interact with your website. So basically, the approach is a bit different in CRO and SEO, but both of these things are complementing each other. So to get a good rank in the search engine, as well as to get a lot of traffic and decreasing the bounce rate, you have to work on SEO as well as the CRO also. Now, do you have any query regarding this Hotjar and any other thing that we have discussed?
No, sir.
I will install this thing later on, and because if I install this right now, I have to explain another thing to you, which is out of the track. So I don't want to do this right now. I'm just showing this thing. That's it. Okay. Now I am asking you one question, like, do you know, have you heard about different SEO techniques like white hat SEO, black hat SEO, all these things?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So can you guess, like, what is the thing, like what white hat SEO and black hat SEO? You don't have to give me the right answer, rather you can guess about from the name only.
Yes, sir. Sir, from Whitehead SEO, it sounds similar to that app of Whitehead, which is for like coding. So maybe Whitehead SEO is for the coding of the website.
No, it is not all about coding. It is basically the SEO approach you are taking. Okay. See, there are two things in this world. One is ethical, another is unethical. Okay. So what we have discussed so far about SEO, it is all about the white hat SEO we have discussed. This is the ethical way of doing SEO. Now, what is the ethical way of doing SEO? There are certain guidelines by Google. These are the things you have to maintain in your website to make to improve your SEO score and all. There are certain guidelines. So if you follow these guidelines, then we can say that this is a white hat SEO. So whatever we are doing now, that is the writing meta title description with proper keywords, adding relevant and keyword optimized content in your website, that is also very helpful for a user. Generating authentic backlinks from high domain authority sites with high traffic. All these things basically help the user to get the solution of the problem. Okay, so these are all techniques that we say white hat SEO. But there are certain people and certain websites, those who follow the unethical way of doing SEO. They don't follow the guideline formulated by Google. They actually try to take some kind of like what I say, like they actually take the advantage of some of the gaps in the technology. Okay, so there are certain techniques of black hat SEO, like the redirection. Okay, then just hold on, I'm just sharing the whiteboard. Black hat SEO is unethical way to get a rank in Google. Okay, so here are the techniques. One, Redirection, keyword stuffing. Cloaking. So these are some of the very common black hat SEO techniques. So I am just describing one by one. First one is the sneaky redirects. What is this thing? Let me check whether I can find any such example for you. Groupon. I can't show you this thing at this moment, but I'm just describing the technique. So sneaky redirects are basically, say you are searching for, say, Flipkart coupons. Okay. Now you come to one website. There are a lot of thumbnails are there, like these are the percentage of discounts you will get, 20% discount, 30% discount, 50% discount. Now you are clicking each of them and they are taking you in another link. Again, you are clicking on that link, you are going to another link. So these are all basically the redirection. So this redirection actually captured the audience within a website. But all these redirections don't have any value. These redirections don't give any value to the user. But it actually harasses the user, because the user is clicking a link one by one and it is actually redirecting within a certain pages. So this kind of technique is a black hat technique, because you are not resolving the issue of the user, rather you are harassing the user with these redirections. Now the next thing is the keyword stuffing that I have discussed yesterday. So you are writing something in you are writing a content for your website and putting all your keyword in that. That is a keyword stuffing. Say I am just giving you one example. So you are writing, you are from an you are working in a digital marketing institute. Now you are writing a content for the homepage. Now say you are writing like this. XYZ is a digital marketing institute in Kolkata. It is a very good digital marketing institute in Kolkata. if you are in Kolkata, you can join this Best Digital Marketing Institute. Like this, if in every line, you are just intentionally putting the keyword so that it actually ditch the algorithm and get the rank in the first page. But if you, I'm just writing it down so that you can understand better manner. See, this is a paragraph that I have wrote here. XYZ is the best digital marketing institute in Kolkata. The Digital Marketing Institute in Kolkata has an expertise of 5+ years in education industry. If you want to join XYZ, the best digital marketing institute in Kolkata, fill up the form now. So see, in every line I have mentioned best digital marketing institute, which is not required at all. So this is basically the keyword stuffing. So in this way, I am just decreasing the quality of my content, and I am trying to ditch the algorithm so that it gets a rank in the first page. So this is called keyword stuffing. Okay. Cloaking. Now what is cloaking? So say there are two different URL. One URL is for the Google. Google crawl a certain URL, but the user is clicking in a different URL. So that is the cloaking. Do you know what is the meaning of cloaking? Like the literary meaning of cloaking?
Sir, covering something.
Right. Cloaking means covering something or hiding something. So cloaking is nothing but hiding the real URL from the user. So you have two different URL. Say xyz.com. Sorry. xyz.com/test, xyz.com/text. Okay, so you have two different URL. So what you are doing is you are showing this URL to the user, and you are actually crawling this URL to Google. So this is a different kind of technique called cloaking. Basically, you are hiding the actual URL, the URL that you have submitted to Google for indexing. In this way, basically, the purpose of such practices, Google have certain norms about sensitive contents, the content that contains violence, pornography, and drugs, weapons, and all. So this kind of things, there are certain guidelines in Google that you can't show all these things. So now people who actually use this technique, they give Google something which is aligned with their policy, but they are actually showing something to the user which is not aligned to Google's policy. So in this way, they actually try to get the rank in Google. Okay. And the last one is the private network. Private network is nothing but there can be multiple links redirecting you to the same page. Okay. So say this is a page A. Okay. Now there are multiple links. Okay. So X, Y, Z, W, V, S. So there are multiple links. You click any of these links, you are coming to this page only. So this is the private network. So Google is actually crawling links, crawling different links, but they are actually leading to the same page. So that's the private network. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, I had one question.
Right.
Sir, when some websites contain lots of pop-ups or ads, so even though we click on that cancel button, even though they also come repeatedly, so is that also a black hat technique?
Can you please repeat?
Hello, sir.
Please repeat once. I can't hear you properly.
Yes, sir. Sir, I was asking, like some websites contains lots of ads, like pop-up ads. So even though we click on the cancel button, they keep coming like repeatedly. So is that also a black hat SEO technique?
See,
That pop-up ad?
Those things are basically spamming. That is also a black hat SEO technique. Yes, spamming. Okay, there are different kind of spamming. Spamming is also a very, there are a lot of variety in spamming. Like you said, like pop-up keeps coming. If you cancel, again it is coming to your screen. So that is also a spamming.
Yes, sir.
Another one is sometimes you write a blog or you posted something in a Facebook page, and then you see a lot of people start commenting below with a link. Okay, join this group or visit this page, get a lottery from this link, like this kind of thing you will get from the comment section. So this is also kind of spamming, which is also a black hat SEO, because as I mentioned that in SEO our main task is to one of the main tasks is to generate backlinks from the authentic sites. So what they do is they start spamming in different websites blog comment section this way, and there they put their link. So as per Google's algorithm, Google treat it as a backlink, but actually these are spam. These are basically spamming because that particular link have no relation with the content of that website or that blog. That is also a kind of black hat SEO. So
Okay, sir.
if Google sometimes Google crawl all these things, and if they can capture you doing black hat SEO, Google directly penalize the site. And once they penalize the site, it is very difficult to get the rank in the search engine again, because you have to do a lot of effort, and probably you have to scrap that domain at all, because penalization in Google is very hard thing. It actually don't do regularly on a regular basis, but once it do so, if your site gets penalized, you can't you can't get the site to the rank back to the first page of the website. So that is why we always ask people to refrain from doing black hat SEO.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I'm concluding this session here. So I hope all of you will submit the assignment on Sunday, and on that day we will check and we will discuss more things.
So,
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Okay.
thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.